The Second World War, a conflict so sprawling, so devastating that it continues to shape our world decades later. We rightly remember the titans of the age, the Churchills, the Eisenhowers, the Pattons, their names etched in history books and memorialized in stone. But what about the countless others, the men and women whose bravery and sacrifice often took place in the shadows? This is their story. The story of 20 individuals who, in the face of unimaginable cruelty and hardship, chose courage. Their actions, often unheralded, sometimes forgotten, rippled outward, impacting the lives of others in ways both large and small. Join us now as we journey back to those tumultuous years, shining a light on the extraordinary deeds of these unsung heroes. These are stories not just of war, but of resilience, of compassion, of the very best of humanity shining through in its darkest hour. World War II is filled with stories of heroism, sacrifice, and incredible courage. While names like Churchill, Eisenhower, and Patton dominate the history books, many heroes have been forgotten with time. Today, we're shining a light on 20 unsung heroes whose bravery shaped the course of history. The whispers started in the cafes and alleyways of Nazi-occupied France. Whispers of a woman, a ghost, they called the White Mouse. She was Nancy Wake, a young Australian who had traded a life of comfort for the perilous world of espionage. Working with the British Special Operations Executive, Wake became a legend in her own time, organizing resistance networks, sabotaging German installations, and spiriting downed Allied airmen to safety. The Gestapo, frustrated and enraged, placed a 5 million franc bounty on her head, but Wake seemed to vanish into thin air, always one step ahead. Hers is a story of daring escapes, of unwavering commitment to the cause of freedom, and of the indomitable spirit that burned brightly even in those dark days. Witold Pilecki stared into the abyss, not with fear but with a chilling resolve. He was a Polish soldier, a resistance fighter, who volunteered for a mission so dangerous, so audacious, that it seemed unimaginable. His goal to infiltrate Auschwitz, the notorious Nazi death camp, and bear witness to the horrors unfolding within its barbed wire fences. For over 2 years, Pilecki endured the unimaginable, documenting the systematic extermination of Jews and other prisoners, smuggling his reports out to the Allies through a clandestine network. His chilling dispatches provided some of the earliest, most accurate accounts of the Holocaust, a testament to both the depths of Nazi depravity and the unwavering courage of one man willing to sacrifice everything for the truth. In a world consumed by darkness, Chiune Sugihara, a Japanese diplomat stationed in Lithuania, chose a different path, a path illuminated by compassion and courage. As Nazi Germany tightened its grip on Europe, thousands of Jewish refugees desperately sought visas, a chance to escape the tightening noose of persecution. Sugihara, defying his own government's orders, began issuing transit visas, handwriting thousands of documents that offered a lifeline to those facing certain death. His actions, a testament to the power of one individual to make a difference, saved an estimated 6,000 lives, earning him the title, Japan's Oscar Schindler. Noor Inayat Khan, a descendant of Indian royalty, could have lived a life of privilege and ease. Instead, she chose a different path, one fraught with danger and sacrifice. Driven by an unwavering belief in freedom, Khan joined the British Special Operations Executive, becoming a wireless operator in Nazi-occupied France. Under the codename Madeline, she transmitted vital messages back to London, her radio a lifeline for the resistance. Betrayed and captured by the Gestapo, Khan endured months of torture, refusing to divulge any information. Her story, one of extraordinary courage and unwavering conviction, serves as a reminder that heroism can bloom in the most unexpected of places. The year is 1962. The world teeters on the brink of nuclear war as the Cuban Missile Crisis unfolds. Aboard a Soviet submarine lurking beneath the waves, a young officer named Vasily Arkhipov would make a decision that altered the course of history. But Arkhipov's story begins much earlier, amidst the brutal naval battles of World War II. Serving on submarines in the frigid waters of the Arctic, he witnessed firsthand the horrors of war, experiences that would shape his worldview and ultimately influence his fateful decision during that tense standoff in the Caribbean. Arkhipov's story reminds us that heroism can be quiet, a single act of defiance that prevents unimaginable catastrophe. Before he became a global icon, renowned for his silent artistry, Marcel was a young man living under the shadow of Nazi occupation. But Marceau, a Jew by birth, refused to remain silent in the face of tyranny. Using his skills in mime and disguise, he joined the French resistance, embarking on a dangerous mission to smuggle Jewish children out of occupied France to the safety of neutral Switzerland. With each silent gesture, each carefully crafted performance, Marceau risked his life to save others, transforming his art into a weapon against oppression. His story reminds us that heroism can take many forms, that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can find ways to resist, to protect, and to inspire. Chapter 7. Hugh Thompson Jr. A Hero in Two Wars. Hugh Thompson Jr. His name is forever linked to the My Lai massacre, a dark chapter in the Vietnam War, where his courageous actions helped stop the slaughter of unarmed civilians. But Thompson's story of bravery began much earlier, amidst the aerial battles of World War II. As a young pilot, Thompson flew daring reconnaissance missions, his small plane dodging enemy fire as he gathered vital intelligence. His commitment to protecting the innocent, evident in both Korea and Vietnam, serves as a testament to the enduring power of conscience, even in the chaos of war. Chapter 8. Lyudmila Pavlichenko, Lady Death. On the Eastern Front, where the battle for Stalingrad raged, a legend was born. Her name was Lyudmila Pavlichenko, and she was one of the deadliest snipers in history. With 309 confirmed kills, Pavlichenko became a national hero, her image appearing on postage stamps and propaganda posters. But Pavlichenko was more than just a skilled marksman. She was a symbol of Soviet resistance, a woman who defied traditional gender roles to defend her homeland. Her story, though largely forgotten in the West, remains a testament to the courage and resilience of women in wartime. Chapter 9. Charles Carpenter, Bazooka Charlie. Charles Carpenter, a mild-mannered American pilot, didn't set out to become a legend. But fate, it seems, had other plans. Armed with nothing more than a small reconnaissance plane and a healthy dose of audacity, Carpenter, or Bazooka Charlie as he would come to be known, embarked on a one-man war against German tanks. Strapping bazookas to his flimsy aircraft, Carpenter swooped down on enemy columns, unleashing havoc and destruction. His exploits, a testament to American ingenuity and a healthy disregard for the impossible, made him a legend among his fellow soldiers, even if his name remains largely absent from the history books. Finn Rune, a Norwegian-American explorer and naval officer, might seem an unlikely hero of World War II. Yet his contributions, though far removed from the battlefields of Europe and the Pacific, proved vital to the Allied war effort. During the war, Rune led expeditions to Antarctica, mapping vast stretches of the continent and establishing weather stations that provided crucial meteorological data to Allied forces. His work, often overlooked in the annals of wartime history, helped secure Allied dominance in the strategically important region of the South Pole. The Battle of Bataan, a brutal struggle in the sweltering jungles of the Philippines, tested the limits of human endurance. It was here, amidst the chaos and carnage, that Jose Calugas, a Filipino artilleryman serving in the U.S. Army, would etch his name in the pantheon of military heroes. When his fellow soldiers were cut down by enemy fire, Calugas, with utter disregard for his own safety, charged across open ground to man an abandoned machine gun. For hours, he held off wave after wave of Japanese attackers, his lone weapon spitting defiance in the face of overwhelming odds. His actions that day earned him the Medal of Honor, a testament to his extraordinary bravery and unwavering commitment to his comrades. In the shadows of war, Magdalena Leonis, a young Filipina, waged her own resistance against the Japanese occupation. Working as a spy for the Allied forces, Leonis moved silently through the occupied streets, gathering intelligence, smuggling supplies, and coordinating resistance activities. Known for her cunning and her unwavering courage, Leonis risked everything to aid the Allied war effort. Her actions, often unseen and unheralded, earned her the Silver Star, making her the only Asian woman to receive this prestigious award. Leonis' story is a testament to the vital role played by women in resistance movements, their courage and sacrifice often hidden from view. Chapter 13. Manuel Quezon, the President in Exile. As Japanese forces swept through the Philippines, President Manuel Quezon faced an agonizing choice: to stay and fight, knowing it would mean certain death, or to go into exile and continue the struggle from afar. Quezon chose the latter, escaping to the United States, where he established a government in exile. From his temporary seat of power, Quezon rallied support for the Filipino people, providing moral and material aid to the resistance movement. He also arranged for the safe passage of Jewish refugees fleeing Nazi persecution, offering them a haven in the Philippines. Quezon's leadership during those dark days, though often overshadowed by the events unfolding elsewhere, serves as a beacon of hope and resilience. Chapter 14. Vicente Lim, the general who never surrendered. Brigadier General Vicente Lim, one of the highest-ranking Filipino officers in the Philippine Army, embodied the spirit of resistance. When Japanese forces invaded, Lim led his troops with courage and determination, inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. Captured during the Battle of Bataan, Lim refused to collaborate with his captors, enduring torture and imprisonment rather than betray his country. He was eventually executed by the Japanese, but his legacy of defiance lived on, inspiring generations of Filipinos to fight for freedom. Chapter 15. Ramon Alcaraz, the David of the Philippine Navy. As Japanese bombers filled the skies over the Philippines, Commander Ramon Alcaraz and his small fleet of outdated warships faced a seemingly insurmountable challenge. Outnumbered and outgunned, Alcaraz refused to back down, employing cunning tactics and sheer determination to defend his country. During one engagement, Alcaraz, armed with nothing more than a World War I-era cannon, managed to shoot down several Japanese planes, a testament to his tactical brilliance and the fighting spirit of the Philippine Navy. Though largely unknown outside his homeland, Alcaraz's story is one of David versus Goliath, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and ingenuity can prevail. Chapter 16. Cesar Basa, the Eagle of Bataan. Cesar Basa, a young pilot in the Philippine Army Air Corps, took to the skies with a fierce determination to defend his homeland. As Japanese warplanes swarmed over Bataan, Basa, outnumbered and flying outdated aircraft, engaged the enemy with fearless abandon. Known for his skill and daring, Basa became an ace pilot, shooting down numerous enemy aircraft before his untimely death in action. His bravery in the face of overwhelming odds earned him the admiration of friend and foe alike, and his legacy continues to inspire generations of Filipino pilots. Chapter 17. Josefa Llenes Escoda, Angel of the Internment Camps. Josefa Llenes Escoda, a social worker and advocate for women's rights, responded to the horrors of war with unwavering compassion. As Japanese forces rounded up American and Filipino prisoners, confining them to brutal internment camps, Escoda risked her own safety to aid those imprisoned. She smuggled food, medicine, and messages to those trapped within the camps, offering a glimmer of hope in the midst of despair. Betrayed and captured by the Japanese, Escoda endured torture and imprisonment, but her spirit remained unbroken. Her selfless acts of kindness earned her the title Angel of the Internment Camps, a testament to the enduring power of human compassion even in the darkest of times. Jesus Villamor, a skilled pilot in the Philippine Army Air Corps, became a legend during the Battle of Bataan. Known for his daring and his mastery of aerial combat, Villamor, flying outdated American aircraft, took on the might of the Japanese Air Force. He earned the nickname the Ghost Fighter for his ability to appear and disappear at will, striking enemy formations with devastating effect. After the fall of the Philippines, Villamor escaped to Australia, where he continued to fight alongside Allied forces. His story is one of unwavering courage, tactical brilliance, and a refusal to surrender in the face of overwhelming odds. In the wake of the Japanese invasion, the spirit of resistance in the Philippines burned brightly. Across the islands, ordinary Filipinos, fueled by a fierce love for their homeland, took up arms and waged a relentless guerrilla war against the occupiers. From the mountains to the jungles, these guerrilla fighters, often poorly armed and outnumbered, harassed Japanese forces, disrupted supply lines, and gathered vital intelligence for the Allies. Their bravery and sacrifice played a crucial role in the eventual liberation of the Philippines, a testament to the power of a people united in their fight for freedom. The Battle of Bataan, a brutal 3-month struggle against overwhelming odds, became a symbol of both American and Filipino resilience. Thousands of soldiers, Filipino and American alike, fought with incredible courage and tenacity, holding off a much larger Japanese force. Despite facing constant bombardment, dwindling supplies and the ever-present threat of disease, the defenders of Bataan refused to yield. Their sacrifice, though ultimately ending in surrender, bought precious time for the Allies to regroup and plan their counteroffensive. The story of Bataan is a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who fought there, a reminder that even in defeat, heroism can shine through. As we reflect on the stories of these 20 unsung heroes, we are reminded that history is made not just by the generals and politicians, but by ordinary individuals who, when tested by extraordinary circumstances, rise to the occasion. Their acts of courage, compassion, and sacrifice serve as a beacon, illuminating the best of humanity even in its darkest hour. Take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these forgotten heroes resonated with you the most? Let's keep their memory alive by sharing their stories. And if you're passionate about unearthing the hidden chapters of history, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more incredible untold stories. Which of these forgotten heroes inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible untold stories of history.